man. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up for the bangers, man. We caught 4 100% bangers today alone, right? We went 7 for 7 on the day. Not a losing trade was called out, right? Not a single one. Everything we called. I called the rug pull at 7 o'clock this morning, right? I already knew we were going to get the rug pull, right? We're going to go over all this in a minute. All right, just do a quick recap over basically what we called, right? How we got puts at the absolute high of day, all right? Puts at the high of day. Not 15 minutes into the day, we already knew we were going to dump, right? Got that liquidity sweep, right, below our zone, so we already knew what was going on, man. So let's get into it. Let's figure out why we called these plays. How do we know this is going to happen, right? What were we looking for? And then, like I said, let's go from there. All right, let's do it. First things first, SPY, right? How did we know today was going to be a rug pull, right? Well, go back and look at time. What do you see here? What do you see right here? A double top, right? Remember, higher time frames will always be way better than a 5-minute chart, a 30-minute chart, a 15-minute chart, any of those charts, right? Nothing beats your higher time frames, whether it be 4 hour, whether it be the daily, weekly, whatever you want to use, as long as you have some time, right? You don't want to just be 5 minutes, because if you start doing that, look what that gets you, right? You start looking at the 5-minute, you're like, oh man, double pop, double breakout, retest, right? You think that's, and then you just get absolute rug. Whole time we're getting into puts right here in this candle. You know what I'm saying? Absolute high of day candle, got puts, smacked them for over 100% in less than 10 minutes, right? So how do you know these things? Well, zoom out. What do we see? We are in a bearish zone. We are underneath a bearish level. Above, remember, all we're doing as traders is looking left, repeating history, right? We know we bounced down here 740. We know we can bounce if we're above 745. And if we're not above 745, we tank, right? That's just what history shows us, right? We can't get above 747, 748. It goes down. So all we have to do is put that together, look at what happened today, and play it based on that, right? We had the higher time frame, watch that 30-minute. 30-minute came. Not only did it flip, it closed red, right? So we were already in the 0 DTs. Those went easy, right? Our 1 and 2 DTs, those smacked. Once we got down here to this trend line, remember we talked about this possibly being a bear flag playing out, which it ended up being. So another point on the board for us as far as call outs and noticing patterns. But so once we seen that, right, it was pretty much buy puts and hold them. I kept telling people, hey, just buy puts and hold them. Yes, you can scalp calls. We actually scalped 150%. Let me see. I don't want y'all to think I'm lying, man. Like, oh, he lying. Nah, no cap. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, so we basically were just looking for that final move, you know what I'm saying, to just go ahead and break us down, right? I posted this earlier around before lunch. This is 11 o'clock, right? I posted this. Hey, this is an hourly bear flag, and this is when we're at 746, right? So you know I'm not lying, all right? You know I'm not lying. I'm posting this, but basically all we had to do was see, okay, go back in history. Below 745, we tend to come down here to 740, 739 range, right? Above 745, we tend to go back up to 747. Now, if we can't hold 747, then what happens? We go down 745. We can't hold that, what happens, right? You're wash, rinse, repeating the same levels over and over and over. But you need to go to your higher time frames. That is the only way you can confirm these kind of things, right? If it's not higher time frames, you're wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally just wasting your time. Because you can obviously be a scalper. You can only trade the 5-minute and catch these moves, but you trade on the 5-minute, you're gonna take your profit on the 5-minute. You know what I'm saying? If I see a 5-minute double top, I'm gonna be very quick to take my profit because it's only confirmed on the 5-minute chart, right? So when you have more time, if I see a 12-hour double top or 4-hour double top, then that means I have at least, a few days before I can see if this plays out or not. And we can kind of see now. In the next 3 hours, we'll know for sure if we can get this nice, decent close under. But where do we go from here, right? What do we do here? Now that the day is over with, what do we do from here? So I personally swung a few puts for close towards the end of the week, only because, right, remember, go back, look at history. If we didn't like that 748, right, 750, we came down 740. If we didn't like that, breakdown, retest, ended up going lower to 730, right? Same thing, boom, down to the 730s. You know what I'm saying? Look, didn't like this level, down to 730s, right? Down to 738, right? Every time down to about 740. But either way, you know what I'm saying? We kind of figure if we did not hold these upper levels based upon history, based on what the charts are telling us, we're gonna go down, right? So that was pretty much it, right? We didn't. It's not too much. Remember what I always say: trading is as simple as you make it. If you complicate this, it will be complicated, right? So just don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. Wait for candles to close, right? Watch the volume and enter whenever you see, prices respecting levels, or if it's not respecting levels, right? If you get trapped, you sweep a high and watch a 15-minute trap, trade the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, and buy time as well. Buy time, it allows you to capitalize more. You know what I'm saying? I understand, everybody wants the early T's, right? If we held, let's say the calls that we got here, we had 745 0 DTs. Let's say we held them all day. True, probably would have caught a nice little 400%, whatever. But the anxiety that comes with that is just not, it's not good. Cortisol levels spiking. But, it's easier to buy time. Plus, like I said, if it does take time, or you get a candle like this, right? You get this candle where everybody sees a bullish hammer. The whole time, all I see is a breakdown retest, right? Remember, we don't care about wicks. Wicks don't mean anything to us, right? They don't mean anything because it doesn't matter, right? If you have all these upper wicks and it still goes down, what does a wick matter? You know what I'm saying? So we only care about where the candles open and close. And as far as we knew, we had, not only did we have a huge double top, we had a mini 2-hour double top under here. So we got underneath, right? Got a little reject, closed, and pushed below. So now we're going to lower levels. So where do we go from here, man? So tomorrow, if we gap down, right, we're going to be watching 738 to 740. This is going to be your main area. Now, I will not be adding new longs down here. I will not. Right, I did swing some runners, so we'll see how that plays out. But I'm not gonna be adding new shorts if we get down here. Right, I'm gonna wait for a retest, wait for a break, wait for us to attempt to get back above. Now, if we can't and start to push back below, we already know where to target. 735 and then 731. Those be our lower targets. Right, upside. Let's say if we do pop and then we hold back above 740, 742. Boom, push back up. 745 has to be our first level to reclaim. Right, we reclaim this, then we can push back up 747, back to that 748, right? But now, am I looking for this? Not necessarily. Why? Because of the dollar, right? Our dollar is popping on the daily, right? And how do we play the dollar? The dollar is basically letting us know, hey, when the market's good and everything's good, fine and dandy, people put their money in the market, you know what I'm saying? So the money's in stocks. So when they take their money out of the market, they put it cash. So for the market, for the dollar to be pumping like this, right? And if we do finally break this trend line and then start to push, then that means that we possibly could be, having some bigger players kind of take their money out without us knowing, right? So that's how we knew that this pop today earlier was a fake out. And I even called it early this morning. I was like, hey, I got an alert for the dollar. I'm like, and VIX is up too. So I'm like, the dollar and VIX is up. I'm like, yeah, somebody lying. Somebody's lying, right? And it ended up working out for us that, ended up being a rug pull. Let me see. Yeah, see, the dollar shoots up right here. The dollar shoots up in the next 1 to 3 days. The SPYs are chopping around. We could get a random rug pull. And this is before open. So we were able to actually capitalize off of this rug pull, I guess you could call it, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a rug pull yet because it's not, we haven't broken any crazy levels just yet. But as far as intraday rug pull, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so if that stays down, if VIX stays up, if the dollar starts going up, let's see. NVDA is kind of this, and it's still in this flag, right? We don't know if this is gonna break out, or we don't know if it's gonna, because we had this, look, higher the candle, lower the candle. So we're kind of inside of it. Same thing, swept that high, right, came down. So if we do gap down, go below, we will be looking for lower levels, sub 200, right? Tesla has earnings. I'm mad because we called this out in the video. Descending triangle, right? Boom, got the breakdown. So this has earnings too, so I'm not really too focused on that. But yeah, really just SPY. Honestly, that's really about it. That's all I'm looking for, right? See how we react in this level. So I want to see us get like a lower wick or something like this, and then kind of close above or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if we gap down crazy, then get an upper wick with like a lower body or something like that. So we'll see how it plays out, right? We're still just, chopping around for the most part. We haven't really kind of left this zone. So if we can, right, then we'll probably sweep it. And if we can't hold it, the rules. It's gonna do the same thing it did down here, right? Same thing it did down here, right? So be careful, buy time, be very, very patient, and stop chasing candles. You know what I'm saying? Stop chasing 1 minute candle, stop chasing a 5 minute candle, stop chasing a 15-minute candle, honestly. Just go higher time frame, right? And then just wait. That's the only thing you can do, right? What did Warren Buffett say? He said the stock market is a device used from transferring money from the impatient to the patient, right? And if he's saying that, then I'm pretty sure he know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, just let it rock. Ain't nothing we can do about it, right? Nothing we can do about it. No matter how hard you hope, no matter how hard you these markets go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? None of that does anything to the markets. So, yeah, man, y'all know where to find me. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, DM me. You know, I'm doing the Q3 mentorships and all that good stuff. So, you know, hit my line. It's only $500 to sign up. So hit my line if that's something you're interested in. I'm not gonna have too many students. Last quarter was a lot of students. It was a lot for me, man. So we're gonna be cutting back on some of that, but you know, up until the deadline. So we'll see how long that takes to fill up. So yeah, if you need me, hit me on Discord. Links in the bio. You know where to find me, where to find my call outs, everything like that. Big shout out to my boy Banks family over there, ITM. That's my family with the gamma stuff. You know what I'm saying? We over here learning the little gamma levels and stuff like that. Right, so once I get better at that too, I'm gonna start incorporating that into the videos as well. Right, I'm still learning it myself, so I don't want to give out, you know, false information or false, you know, like I kind of have a gist of it, but I don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to know something before I start trying to teach it. So, but yeah, so as far as the gamma levels, we do have that 740. That's what I'm saying. I really think, or I really hope we do just kind of tap it, right? Even if we don't go lower, I think we still at least see it, you know, because we have one from way back in July, I think like 18th of July. Oh yeah, July 8th. And then July 2nd, July 2nd. So if we can come sweep these, then we'll see what we do from here, right? We'll be more patient here. But other than that, man, yeah, double top, neckline break, target the lows, target this low, right? And then we'll see how we get from there. So I'll see y'all, man. Keep God first. Be very patient in life. And yeah, man, don't complicate it. Remember, it's as simple as you make it. If you complicate it, it'll be complicated. If you keep it simple, it'll be simple, right? Today we kept it simple. Sold all the oversold dips, bought all the overbought pops, right? Kept it super simple today. So I'll see y'all, man. Like, subscribe to the video, turn on notifications. You know, still going live and stuff like that on the channel. So yeah, I'll see y'all. Peace.